Welcome to the Boss Battle Show, episode something or another.
1052, I've been counting.
That's right. Today we're going to talk about Rocket League.
Love it!
I'm going to tell you about some Kickstarter projects that are happening right now. And we're going to talk about Satoru Iwata and his passing. And then we're going to talk about DLC! What's up, guys? Adam Ronan here, and I want to talk to you about some beautiful things that I found on Kickstarter. A lot of you may know that I'm a huge supporter of crowdfunding. I like to just every couple of weeks go in and peruse Kickstarter and Indiegogo and find sweet projects that I think look viable to my interests, and I will fund them. Shenmue 3 just happened. I funded that. That was a huge success. So right now I'm going to give you 3 items that I just found this morning that I want to go over. One is the story of Commodore 64 in pixels. It's a sweet little book that's coming out by Chris Wilkins, and that's going to be describing the history of the Commodore 64. Those of you who are too young to know, respect your history, order the book because the Commodore 64 birthed a lot of the gaming things that you play today. Second, a graphic novel I discovered called Blades and Lasers by Ian Harker. Not to be confused with Jonathan Harker of Dracula fame. Cheesy? Yes, it is. But Blades and Lasers looks really cool. It's a graphic novel that's stylized in like a nice 80s pink and blue that kind of looks like a mixture of He-Man meets Star Wars meets Conan the Barbarian meets Blade Runner. It looks really sweet. That looks really cool. I'm going to go ahead and link that below too, so please go ahead and check that out. That's not quite funded yet, so there's still time to make that project a reality. And last but not least, my favorite thing that I found this morning called Insert Coin Inside Midway's 90s Revolution by Josh Soy. Soy. I'm not sure how you say his last name, but I'm pretty sure it's Soy. Josh Soy. Anyway, it's a sweet documentary. He actually worked for Midway in the 90s, so he's got a lot of inside footage, a lot of inside background. It's going to cover the rise and fall of Midway back when they were stuck in the back of a ping pong factory to the rise of fame, where they were probably the biggest developer of the 90s with Mortal Kombat, Narc, Smash TV, and all kinds of great things. That just launched today, so that's not anywhere near funded, so please go check that out. Maybe give them a little bit of bucks. The only thing that on my list that is funded fully was the story of Commodore 64 that has reached its funding goal, but I thought it was worth talking about. Anyway, instead of going and buying your next video game, maybe go check out some projects on there and fund one of those projects that I have listed below. And now, Timmy, TJ, Combo.
Your boy, TJ Combo, is here to talk to you about Rocket League. My God, you guys have heard some of my game reviews, and if you haven't, go back and check them out. But I talk all the time about the movie factor, a little thing I invented. What's the movie factor? I wonder. That's where, if I go to the movies... Get out of here with that. Is that a toenail? Gross. And my movie factor is basically, if I spend $8 to $10, I expect at least 2 solid hours of gameplay. Well, guess what? Rocket League didn't cost anything, and it's free for the remainder of the month for PSN subscribers. So, when you go in and you download it, you're gonna be wondering, what exactly am I getting with this? I'll tell you what you're getting. You're getting probably the single most fun experience that we've received all year for you and your friends to get together and play one game, and I don't care if you're good, if you're terrible, if everybody's drunk, either way, you're gonna be loving this game, because basically you've got 2v2, 3v3, 4v4, and what it is you get a car, and there's a gigantic soccer ball, and you just wreck the hell out of stuff. You get to drive around, you get to upgrade your car, you get some different modifications to it and such. But Psyonix put together an amazing game that did have a little bit of a rough release, but that happens to just about everything on PSN right now, just due to the massive amount of people overloading and downloading on day one. They're all smoothed out. Everything is awesome. It's even got a pretty good tournament scene that's starting off with it. Maybe if Mr. Adam Ronan gets it together, he could join us in there someday, if you know what I'm talking about.
Now's my time!
Now's my time, baby, now's my time. So, go in there, download it, or don't, just do it on your phone. You don't even have to be at home right now. Just go to the PlayStation app, Rocket League, download the PlayStation, go home, play it.
That's what I did.
Whoop-ah! That's what I did too, yeah.
Today, we want to spend just a few moments mourning the loss of a wonderful man, Satoru Iwata, who died at age 55 last week sometime, I believe.
A legend, a giant, not enough words to describe everything that he has given to all of us in the gaming world.
The thing is here, we always kind of rag on Nintendo a lot because we don't agree with a lot of their business decisions, but the truth of the matter is he was a great corporate president, and he did try to spearhead Nintendo in good directions and had done so a lot of times in the past. So,
and honestly, he was a gamer just like us, and he didn't always agree with the direction that sometimes the company has gone as well.
That's right, and that happens sometimes in companies, not ours.
Yeah.
But no. But yeah, just spend a moment here. We just want to say our hearts go out to everybody that was close to Satoru Iwata and all the gamers out there. He did say once that on his business card he was a corporate president. In his mind, he was a game developer, but in his heart, he was a gamer just like everybody else. So take a moment.
That's the thing, remember, we're all gamers. So no matter what your opinion is, we're all sharing one thing together, guys.
That's right. So hearts out to Iwata. We're going to go to the arcade where we're going to talk about something not quite as sad.
Alright, I'm going in!
Welcome to our arcade. Where we talk about things. We're just gonna get right into them, motherfucker. We're gonna talk about DLC, pre-ordering, and just the sickness that is those things on the face of the gaming industry. Timmy, what do you think? What do you think, honestly, no holds barred, what is your opinion on DLC?
So an initial game comes out and everything's developed. These guys do have the ability to continue to produce quality content, issue it to us later on down the road. We pay a couple bucks for it. We don't have to buy a new disc. We don't have to go buy another $60 game. We have the ability, we can just sit at home and just play another story or some kind of add-on at a fair price. Mm-hmm. Quality and fair. Those are the two key things that I'm looking for there, and we are not getting that at all.
Because DLC, if you think about it in the terms of bare bones facts, started out as expansions, like PC games would release expansions where you'd buy the discs and you would add on to your game, like SimCity would have expansions, shit like that. That was basically like the Caveman's DLC. It's the same type of thing now, it's just now it's you download it, you pay a price, you download things that aren't ready yet in development, add-ons to your game. However, now we've gotten to the point where things that should be in the initial game are behind paywalls, that they're so here we are, we're going to build a whole game. And then towards the end of the cycle, they're like, no, you know what? Fuck the consumer. Let's take this out, let's take this out, let's take this out, and put that as DLC that they can buy separately later. Because boom, there's $30 extra.
Or $40 extra, Warner Brothers. $40 extra.
So in the case in point of Warner Brothers and the $40 DLCs, there's two different sides of the spectrum. There's like Mortal Kombat, the combat pack, 4 extra characters and a slew of skins and stuff that were not finished, they've continued past their initial development point, which I can justify because that's, hey, here's some more stuff for you that we're releasing extra. I bought it, and there it is. Now, on the flip side of that, I see you were staring me down.
Get to a point. Get to a good one.
The flip side of that, then you have Rocksteady, who I don't think that they really had a lot of say in the matter. They might have, I don't know. It's a lot of suits involved.
Right.
They Batman Arkham Knight, and then they have a very pricey DLC plan with 6 months of extra content, and not really worth it to a lot of people.
Not at all. I mean, their first piece of that content just dropped with the Batgirl, and the what was the name of the Family Matters?
Oh, yeah, Family Matters.
Right, yeah, so it's the Family Matters storyline.
Without Urkel.
Right. Can I do that? No, so they released that. I mean, people are getting through that in roughly 55 minutes to an hour, and they're taking 90 minutes if they're, slow playing their way through everything. Mm-hmm. If you buy that individually, it's like $9 or something. I think it was like $7 for it.
Oh, I didn't know you could buy it.
So you can buy that just by itself for like $6.99.
Oh.
For an hour's worth of really something you're not going to replay or rewatch or anything like that. I mean, that's disappointing.
And the other thing is like, so I will get it out there. I bought the season pass for Batman. So when Tim bought his Batman as a physical copy. So we went to GameStop to pick it up.
Right. Yeah.
And they were like, "Do you want the season pass?" And I was like, "Tim, don't do it because we're not going to support DLC." And then you know what happened? Let me tell you what happened.
I'll tell you what happened for him. fucking Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
So I was against it. I was like, I'm not gonna.
90s Batmobile.
I wasn't gonna buy it, and then they were like, boom. August DLC for Batman Arkham Knight is the 1990 or 1989 Michael Keaton Batman with the original Tim Burton Batmobile, and I was like, I gotta get that. But the only way
You didn't even realize it, like you were just like pulling your card out of your wallet, like, oh,
yeah,
I'm putting in my stuff.
the only way to get it is if you
downloaded.
bought the season pass.
Yeah.
And then so I got it, and then of course I played through the Batgirl thing, which was fun, but it was very short. And then, you know, if August is just a skin.
Oh man.
I can't justify the $40. Like, I was hoping, I was like, okay, I'll get this. Maybe they'll release more story episodes, and it'll justify my purchase. And you know, you get your pre-order incentives. There's so much convolution happening in the industry right now. It is becoming a poisonous event. There's so much backlash for DLC. But on another flip side, DLC can be a positive thing. If you look at CD Projekt Red with The Witcher, they've been releasing weekly DLC, like different costumes, different armor, different weapons, stuff like that, for free to the consumer. Be like, hey, thanks for buying the game. Here's some extra shit that we did after we're done making the game, and that's super cool.
Left 4 Dead, Valve did that. With Left 4 Dead, every single Friday they had a big release where there was just a ton of new game modes, and you could just load up with your friends. And it's like, hey, it just dropped. What are we getting? This is what we're playing today, and it just basically gave you a whole new way to look at the game for another week.
Right.
You know, and it was free. You didn't have to pay for it.
So that's the thing. I mean, we don't really have a point to our conversation other than DLC sucks some serious wins, and
the cost is not. It's not justifiable.
It's because they know that they can wring the money out of us as consumers because we keep buying it. And I'm to blame, and I'm sure all of us in the room are to blame at some point. We've all bought DLC. I mean, you bought Combat Pack too, you know.
I did, yeah. And I do regret it though. Honestly, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Expensive.
Yeah.
Super expensive.
You don't like that, Tanya?
I don't either, yeah.
So, what do you guys think? If you just let us in the comments below. Are you into the DLC? Have you bought any DLC recently? What is your stance on it? Do you pre-order your games because they have always the pre-order incentives for everything?
Right.
What are your thoughts? And we're gonna wrap that up probably. DLC is kind of a big stinker. These are Twitters. We can tweet about how shitty DLC is.
And I'm on Twitter all the time. I've got a couple people who are talking to me about DLC constantly because I'm vocal about it on Twitter, and other people are as well. And you should be. You should be vocal about anything that you do and do not like in the game industry, because hopefully they listen and they're gonna, you know.
Most importantly, be vocal with your wallets. They always say, speak with your wallet. Just don't support it, and eventually they'll be like, all right, fuck it.
Unless they throw Michael Keaton at you, and then
they'll be like, here's Michael Keaton for free, because that's really bottom line. All we want in our lives is Michael Keaton for free.
You want Michael Keaton for $40?
Yeah, I know.
God, it wasn't free. It was $40.
Kim Basinger paid that much for Michael Keaton's time too.
And like Golden Grams. What do you like?
I like Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch is good.
Oh,
it really hurts the roof of your mouth.
I like to take I take Golden Grams and I put marshmallows in them, and it simulates the cereal from the 80s, the s'more cereal that was short-lived.
They actually brought that back the other day.
No, they didn't.
It's generic. It's at Walmart.
Stop it.
No, it's got Cocoa Puffs, it's got the Golden Grams, and it's got marshmallows, so it makes a s'more. It's so fucking good, and it's like $1 a bag. Yeah.
All right. That was a good